的华人观众可能不是这么的熟悉，但是这里呢其实是一个小小的这个城市哦，但是它这里面呢有很多这种小巧的餐馆，那么呢也有很多这个艺术家住在这边，其实是一个相当不错的城市。有时候呢可以来到这边呢，可以发掘一些新的餐厅、新的店面，像是这个新的这个咖啡馆了。那么今天呢，我们就找到一家非常特别的店面。那么这个店面呢，不是餐馆，也不是这个咖啡厅，那么呢，也不是这个糕饼店，像我们平常呢我最爱去找的。但是今天呢，我们来到是一个这个应该可以说是肉铺。这个肉铺呢，其实呢，我们已经很久没有看到像这样子独立的这种肉铺啊，因为呢，一般我们通常都是到这个超级市场去呢买肉啊，甚至连这个一般的这种居家生活用品啊，顺便一起买，很少呢会来到像这样子独立的这种肉铺的来买你的这个平常要吃的肉啊。所以这家店到底有什么特别呢？我们赶快呢进去瞧一瞧，跟我走。
走进 McCalls 鱼肉店，完全闻不到在一般超市肉部内都免不了的鱼腥肉味。小小的店面保持了不可思议的干净清洁，而经营这间传统式肉铺的就是这对年轻夫妇 Nathan 和 Karen。韩裔美籍的老板娘 Karen 毕业于名校 UCLA， 学的是媒体艺术设计。毕业后顺利找到工作，但网络设计无法让她感到满足，因此一向对烘焙很有兴趣的 Karen 决定进入烹饪学校再进修。毕业后在好几家知名的餐厅担任烘焙工作，和 Nathan 因为工作相识相恋，并结为连理。
There was a time when we were living in New York where we worked at a really amazing restaurant called Danielle, and it was in the Upper East Side. And every day, from our trek from our apartment to the shop, we would get on the bus and we would pass this incredible kind of New York institution butcher shop called Lobel's. And that's kind of where the inspiration came from. My husband just thought to himself, there's no place like Lobel's in LA. Why don't we try to do something like that? I think it was something that was very welcome and very needed in this, especially in this neighborhood where you have a lot of people that are interested in food. You also have a lot of young families, so people who eat at home. They don't necessarily spend their evenings eating out. It kind of just created this idea that what we should do was make fine dining quality products available to retail consumers. So you'd be able to come here and be able to buy that very same steak or that very same cut of meat that you had at that 3- or 4-star restaurant you ate at the night before. Our store goes through quite a bit of sausage every week, and we hand make everything. So this is one of our pork sausage flavors. All the recipes my husband Nathan actually developed himself. So this is one of our most popular. It's a pork, fennel, and thyme. So we put the meat with the spices, we mix it together, we feed it through our grinder, and then it gets hand mixed to the right consistency, and then it basically goes through our stuffer into these, well, basically they're pig intestines, right. So a natural casing, and then you feed it through and you end up with, basically an entire coil. What we do now is go through the process of twisting our links. So you hand twist everything. So our links are about 5.5, I believe, inches a piece. And an interesting thing, which people probably don't know, is that every link you want to twist every other direction, and that kind of just gives you the more of an assurance that it won't. So you twist one way and then you twist the other way, and that kind of gives you the assurance that it's not going to unravel or uncoil on you. And then afterwards, we just kind of run through it and we perforate, because when you cook these off, they're nice and hefty and plump, and the last thing you want is for it to go and explode on you.
Yeah, no.
So we take a cake tester. This is just an average cake tester, and we just make sure to give them at least 3 or so perforations per sausage. I still remember the day that I told my mother that I wanted to go to culinary school, and she just looked at me and was completely shocked, and she said, I don't understand. Well, first she said, I don't understand why you want to do this for a living because you don't even cook. So first thing was, as a kid, my mom used to always joke with me, like, are you ever going to learn to cook? Like, what are you going to, how are you going to feed your children, is what she would say. And I would joke back and say, I'm just going to marry a man who cooks. And oddly enough, I found myself a man who cooks. So that was a strange coincidence, but it totally worked out. But When I told them I wanted to go to culinary school, it was definitely a big shock. They just didn't understand why I would choose such a physically difficult life. I think these days, especially in Los Angeles, you do see a lot of Asian Americans working in food. And I think that it's slowly breaking that kind of stereotype of it being a not so glamorous job. I mean, I'm not saying it is a glamorous job, it's still a lot of hard work, but at least it's becoming recognized as a career that, you know, you can gain some recognition in and
Absolutely.
yeah, so.
Yeah.
在下一段节目 ，McCalls 肉铺的韩裔老板娘将为我们示范简易的法式绑鸡方法，还有如何选购新鲜上等的牛肉。稍作休息，我们广告过后见。